Hey, what's up, everybody? Just posting another video over something that everybody should be aware of and should be thinking about during this COVID-19 crisis. Um, Obviously, the media is covering mostly COVID-19. They spent a little bit of time on this case out of Georgia that I covered last night, asking questions about. They haven't really talked a lot about what's actually going on in Washington, D.C., and there's some big things going down. So we're going to go ahead and start with probably what I would consider to be the biggest issue going down right now, and that is they are conducting an investigation into how much was Obama and his administration aware of Joe Biden's dealings with Ukraine. Um, there was a lot of fishy things going on at the time. For example, Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, was put on basically a no-call, no-show position on the board of directors for a very large company over there, and he was paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to do absolutely nothing, just have his name on a piece of paper. There was a Ukrainian investigator, Viktor Shokin, who started an investigation. Biden leaned heavily on the Ukraine government to have Shokin removed from his position. Threatened Ukraine would lose up to $1 billion in loans if Shokin was not fired. The current investigation here in the U.S., there is an investigation going on over in Ukraine, but that style of investigation that is being conducted is fraught with corruption, and it will probably never actually see any results out of the Ukrainian investigation. But our investigation right now is currently leaning on the Obama administration, and Obama himself, and on Biden, trying to get documents pertaining to the conversations held between Biden and various individuals over in Ukraine and with Obama himself. Biden has gone on record. He actually had a slip up. This was a major slip up on his part. He said that he had multiple conversations with then President Obama and other heads of state about a particular issue, and that the documents pertaining to this particular issue with these individuals would not be revealed or released as long as he is in public office. There's really only one issue that he had that has been questioned, and that is what was the corruption going on with him, his son, and this Ukrainian oil field company, and what was the corruption going on between him and Viktor Shokin, who was investigating that. Obama, when questioned about these particular documents, he has not wanted to release them. He's actually come out and said he's not going to release them. Surprise, surprise, the Obama administration had a letter written to the Trump administration, and once again they are blaming Russian interference in the 2016 election as to why they cannot release these documents. Beating that same damn dead horse that they've been beating this entire time. Rand Paul has actually weighed in a little bit on this. He says there are rumors that Obama aides knew of the corruption and filed various complaints and stuff like that pertaining to Biden. There's also rumors of aides saying that Biden should find a way to stop the investigation that Shokin was conducting before he had Viktor Shokin fired from his position with the Ukrainian government. If these complaints and these advisements were documented like they should have been, then that's a smoking gun. It's a done deal. Biden will go down very, very quickly. In that case, him and his son both will, along with anybody in the Ukrainian government who is involved in this. And more than likely, Viktor Shokin will be reinstated into his position with the Ukrainian government. All right, on to the second issue that we should be paying attention to. There was a doctor working at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, Dr. Bing Liu. Reportedly, he had made a major breakthrough in finding a vaccine or cure for COVID-19, but he was gunned down by an individual by the name of Hal Yu. Possibly of Chinese descent. We're not real sure at that point. Dr. Bing Liu was of Chinese descent. The individual who gunned him down, this Hal Yu, actually committed suicide just a few streets away from Dr. Bing Lu's house, which is really, really fishy. You don't usually see somebody kill somebody, leave the scene, drive a few streets away, and then shoot themselves. So something's not really adding up right there. Another thing to be considerate about is multiple leading conservatives, Michael Knowles, Ben Shapiro, those guys, they are beginning to fear what the left is using this shutdown for. The left has repeatedly said that we have fundamentally shifted how American society and American government works, and that we should get used to this new normal. Proof of this is various politicians going on. Governor Cuomo, he went live on air and repeated that several times. People are saying that if we open up too soon, then our current progress at risk. And I'm kind of questioning what our progress is, because so far from what I've seen, everything has gone completely backwards. Our economy has tanked. We haven't really done a whole lot in pertaining to actually stopping the virus. There's zero proof that we've done really much of anything. It's just kind of leveling out on its own as the temperatures warm up. Another thing that's got the conservative voices worried right now is these various governors, mayors, and sheriffs and stuff like that, who are acting like little petty tyrants, going around arresting people for disobeying. They're not even laws. They're rules that the governors have put in place that are not constitutional, have no bearing in court, saying that we have to wear face masks, saying we have to keep our social distancing of 6 feet or more, can't go to the beaches, can't go to the parks, stuff like that. People are being arrested left and right for that, and that's not okay. People need to be outdoors. It's actually been proven that being outdoors helps fight off this virus. Another good reason why we should not be listening to our celebrities is they've actually written a letter claiming that we are seeing a mass extinction, and they continue to parrot the far leftists in this letter, repeatedly going on and on about how we should just obey the government and we should not be disobeying any of the rules that are being out, even despite the fact that these rules are exactly that. They're just rules. They're not laws. They're not enforceable by law enforcement. And that list on that letter, it was fairly long. There was a lot of big names on there. Most of them y'all probably already know. It was definitely the leading voices of the Democratic Party and the celebrities that we have in Hollywood today. So just one more reason not to listen to those fucking airheads. So sorry about my language there. So that is all I have for right now. That's as much research and questions as I've able to come up with. Keep your head up, keep your eyes open, pay attention to what the government's doing, because obviously, as multiple famous politicians from the Democratic Party have stated time and time again, do not let a crisis go to waste. They are obviously not letting a crisis go to waste. They are enjoying the amount of influence that they've managed to gain because of COVID-19, the pandemic, and the shutdown that we have instituted on ourselves. I'm going to go a little bit more into what the Democrats are using this pandemic for, probably in a video I'll release either later tonight or tomorrow morning. But that's for another time and another place. So y'all have a great one. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep your head up.